everybody, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. And in today's video, I wanted to do a tier list of like the 10 most valuable units in the game, or characters in the game. But before we get into the video, could you guys please like and subscribe, because it would really help me a lot. And yeah, let's get back into the video. So let's just start off right away with number 10 being Beto. Beto is really here because she is an electro character who can provide great support in terms of her damage, even though like her ult cost is very low and you have to get weapons and like artifact sets, which now you can use the artifact set of you can use Emblem of Severed Fate artifact set now, so it's not really too much of a bad thing. Because when I looked at all of the other characters on the list, really Beto was like number 10. She had to be number 10 because I would have put Venti at number 10, but at this point Venti is like a 50-50 on whether he's gonna be super amazing or he's not gonna be good. So I wanted it to be a more solidified list where it wasn't based off the enemies. So other characters like maybe Jean, who can pick up small enemies, they're not on this list. Even if Jean's just an example. So Beto, yes, she's on the list just because she's number 10 at this point. But it does take a lot of work to get her going, which is another reason. And she doesn't fit on too many team comps, but she does fit on a couple that she's really good on. So Ganyu at number 9. The reason being is that not only is she one of the best main DPSs in the game, she is a great support with this 100% uptime, only 60 energy cost. It just rains down, and if you're inside of it, you get 20% crowd damage bonus. So you really get like, so if there's ever a cryo main DPS other than Ayaka, we could see this ability be great. So Ganyu would be able to support pyro characters, not too well, but it is just her utility and like being able to fulfill every single role that you need her to is why she's number 9 in value. Now I have Kazuha as number 8, just because the attack raising is an ability that is very good. The attack raising is a very good ability, but she really doesn't do anything other than that. This can do good damage, but it's not what you look for. You use this and then you swap out into the next character. Her C2 definitely does help her out a lot, without having to fire an arrow at the ground and stay in as Kazuha. That does help her out a lot and shortens the rotation length. Next I have Sucrose, considering there is a heavy presence on Pyro as main DPSs, and you want elemental mastery on them. So this is what I put her at number 7 for, because she is completely broken when it comes to like any vaporize or melt comps. You really don't see people use her that much out of one-shot builds, but she can definitely do a lot when talking about actually in the game. And also she's able to use Viridescent, which will decrease the opponent's res by 40%. So she is just an absolute, like, if you have her, just use her and you'll do like 3 times damage with your elemental mastery because of it. And then she also gives an extra 50%, or not 50%, 50 for 8 seconds whenever she triggers a swirl. Now this is a character that I'm mixed feelings on, because she does a lot of damage when you're building her as support with Emblem of Severed Fate. She just rips through enemies, but she's a pyro applier support. It's not as good as like vaporize and melt normally, because melt, I believe, has got like a 1.2 or 1.5 multiplier rather than the 2 times that pyro characters get. So you really put her at a disadvantage. But I have her this high just because she does so much damage when she's using this, and honestly, that's basically it. That's basically it, because she's just broken and she does so much damage, and her constellations break her, and this gets 40%. So she gets 14 seconds when you actually get her constellations, only having a 6-second downtime on this. There's a reason why it had a 10-second downtime, almost double its duration in the first place, and then they sort of fixed it. So it's just, she does so much damage with this. Oh, so the next character, now Kazuha. Kazuha, I've seen him have over 1,000 elemental mastery, without like having too much. It's just really, you do triple elemental mastery, then you also put Iron Sting on him, and then you put stack a whole bunch of elemental mastery on him, and I've seen him have 1,000 elemental mastery, which would be 40% elemental damage bonus just from that. Not to mention he also does good damage on his own, and he also decreases the res because you want 4-piece Viridescent. So he's just doing so much, and you can even use Sucrose with him and buff his elemental mastery, and then get more elemental damage bonus. It's so broken. Like, I wish I summoned for him, but I didn't know his kit, and I thought it was just, oh, well, that kit sucks. Why would I ever need that? No, he's literally one of the most valuable characters to use. He literally fits on any team comp you need him to, because all he has to do is just, so he just trigger the swirl reaction, decrease the res, use his ult, and this just does a whole bunch of damage, doing swirl also. And he just completely breaks. This also, C1 for Kazuha is amazing, because it almost gives him like 100% uptime on this. So here's our first character, Diona. I've only, my opinion on Diona has just gone up and up and up the more I use her, every single time I use her, because she heals you if her shield breaks, and she has the second strongest shield in the game. She works on any team comp. The reason why I say, like, most valuable, she works on any team comp. Like, anything. And, if you have her at C6, she gets an extra 200 elemental mastery for characters above 50%. Obviously, this doesn't exactly work, like, with Hu Tao, because this will probably worsen Hu Tao, I imagine. But if Diona needs to heal them, they're healed. If Diona needs to protect them, they're protected. She's become so good. Diona's become so good. Like, I don't have anything like bad to say about her. Most of the other ones I can say a negative about, but Diona I literally have no negative about, other than she's not a DPS, which, I mean, she's literally built for support, so there's no need for a DPS. Not to mention that Pyro is dominating the meta, but Xingqiu is the best character to run with every single Pyro character except Yoimiya. But every single Pyro character, he is the best character to run with, and also if you want to use freeze comps. So Xingqiu's really just absolutely complete. Xingqiu seriously has become like, he just gets better every single time a new Pyro character releases. And honestly, it's just like, there's nothing bad to say about him. He also stops you from dying in one hit because he has damage reduction on his swords. He heals you if his swords break, and this is like the craziest thing ever. The only negative is he has to use Sacrificial Sword, which isn't even that much of a negative. Xingqiu has seriously just become, and also he's like one of the best constellation characters ever. As every single constellation, he gets like 10% for like his usability. Just amazing. He's one of the best characters. I figured people saw this coming at number 2. Yeah, Bennett, he attack buffs at maximum of like 120% of his base attack. C1 basically gets rid of his only negative that he's had. You can use him as a main DPS. Like, there's no negative, he's just broken. Like, Bennett is straight up just like one of the best characters in the game. Bennett he's like contender for second best, or Bennett is like tied for best character in the game, honestly, in my eyes. Like, he is so great. and I don't have him. It's the only base game character I don't have other than Mona. So I really want to pull Mona so I can just laugh that freaking I don't have Bennett. But as you could probably guess, if you've ever seen a video of mine, and you've ever seen a team comp of mine, it's Zhongli. So, yeah, this is just the stupidest thing he could have ever done. Alone, this almost makes him the best character in the game. But then they gave him paralysis. Who thought that was a good idea? Because he's able to freeze people for like 5 seconds. The only thing... He's a 5-star, right? The only thing you can say about Zhongli is that his constellations suck. But he's a 5-star. It's not like he's a 4-star where he's on every single banner. Or one of the base game 5-stars. He's literally a 5-star who just... He shields you, prevents you from dying completely. The last time I've died was because the shield wasn't up because I forgot to put it up. I think I've used him every single day since I've got him. When they did the player survey, he was straight up my most used character. Because I was using him as main DPS for a while. And he just destroyed because, you know, he got his buff, by the way. Which he can be a main DPS because they gave him HP scaling on his abilities. One day, I promise you, I will get Shiwanawa's Geo damage bonus. And I will use Zhongli. And I will show you how great physical DPS... Well, no, I don't want Geo damage, but I want physical. When I get physical damage on Shiwanawa's set, I will show you how OP Zhongli is on this new set. That is... And he's gonna be able to recover some of the energy. He just needs a little bit of energy recharge. And his pillar regenerates energy, by the way. Every single time it hits an enemy, it gives you a little bit of energy. So, he's straight up is like the strongest character in the game. Look at this. This is how good he is. So 3.8. So I can get this to 4 seconds. I want to crown this, but I'm still farming materials for Hu Tao. Right now, I need like 2 million more Mora, and I'm able to like triple crown Hu Tao and all that. She's not on this because she's just a main DPS. There's nothing really valuable to her. She's not really... What I find in value is when they can be used on every single team comp. By the way, I'm using a freaking 3-star weapon on him for his support. Like, no other character for their support other than like Barbara has like... No other character on this list had like a 3-star for their support. Like, Zhongli is like the easiest to build, like most user friendly. 23% of his HP. He's 36,000. I've seen him have 50,000. I'm not even running triple. I'm running crit rate and geo damage bonus. I could do triple HP. Zhongli fits on literally every single team comp. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned the fact that he decreases the resistance. Where is it? Oh yeah, and he also has 2,000 there. But it does decrease the resistance of some... Let me see. Yep, here it is. So, all characters protected by the Jade Shield will decrease elemental res and physical res of opponents in a small AoE by 20%. This effect cannot be stacked. It makes sense. But basically, if they have resistance, minus 20%. It's literally just free damage. So he's basically an attack buffer also. Just a varying attack buffer. I don't know what other characters use more than him in Spiral Abyss, because there is a way to tell that. I'm going to go look that up real quick. Okay, the 2 characters that I used more than him are Bennett and Kazuha. That's how they work. Those 2... I don't know. Zhongli just fits on every single team comp you can possibly use him on. So I don't know how he's not the most used. I mean, I could see Kazuha because he directly buffs the characters, and some people are just able to clear it so fast that they don't need shields, or they just reset if their characters die and keep attempting until it's over. But Zhongli is seriously, I think, one of the... I think Zhongli should be the most used still. But yeah, that's my list on the most valuable characters. Raiden Shogun is a weird character to categorize in this. because while she's able to do stuff, I'm just so underwhelmed with her damage. That's just like, I don't like putting her in teams that she doesn't fit on. The only reason I'm using her here is because, well, she's able to be used in the overworld easily. Like, I don't know, I'm underwhelmed with her damage, so I didn't want to put her on here. And I also wanted to make it valuable. All Raiden Shogun does is recharge your ults, which shouldn't be too hard, because I mean, if you look at the top 3, Raiden is the 4th one, but if you look at the top 3, it is just like 60 energy maximums, which isn't hard to recharge. So yeah, that was my list of top 10 most valuable characters. That's going to be it for this video. Make sure to like, subscribe if you did enjoy, and bye.